Imagine the opportunity to reduce or even eliminate the need for corrective lenses or contacts by correcting your vision with custom Lasik surgery. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have perfect vision without the need of corrective wear? Hello, my name is Haley Pilstra. As a person who has dealt with poor vision since I was 7 years old, I understand the frustrations of having to wear contact lenses as well as glasses. Having a desire to be free from the burden of relying on corrective wear, I have done extensive research on Lasik surgery. Today, I would like to share with you some information on the newest Lasik technology called custom Lasik surgery and how it can correct the three most common vision problems. Myopia, or commonly known as nearsightedness, affects approximately 1 out of 4 Americans. This totals about 7 million people. In my first illustration, I would like you to notice how the cornea is too steeply sloped according to the length of the eye and causes the light rays to focus in front of the retina. When a person has nearsightedness, they can see close objects clearly, but objects in the distance become blurred. As you can see in this illustration, the clock is very focused when they're first looking at it, but as soon as it goes through the focal point, it becomes blurred. In my next illustration, I would like you to be able to see what a person who has nearsightedness deals with on a regular basis. Notice the optometrist's hands are in focus, but yet her face and her body are completely blurred. Even the objects in the background are blurred. This is what a person with nearsightedness sees when they do not have corrective wear on. Myopia, or farsightedness, occurs within 1/4 of the population. Farsightedness, contrary to myopia, occurs when the eye is too short, causing objects at all distances to be blurred. A person who has farsightedness usually has to wear corrective wear at all times because it becomes difficult for them to see any object at any distance. If you notice in my illustration, my third illustration, you can see how the light rays enter through the cornea and through the eye lenses, but yet it focuses past the retina, causing all objects to be blurred, unlike myopia. With astigmatism, it is interesting to note that nearly 100% of the population has astigmatism to some degree, which many people do not know that. Astigmatism is usually caused by an abnormal curvature of the cornea. This means that the cornea is shaped more like a football instead of a basketball, which is like a person who has this 20/20 vision is more like a basketball. Now, if you could please focus your attention to my fourth illustration. You can notice how the light focuses in through the cornea and goes through the eye lens, but it also focuses behind the retina, just like hyperopia, except when the light beams enter the eye, they are dispersed in different directions of orientation, causing all distances to be blurred, causing all light rays to be blurred, basically. Also, with astigmatism, there are a few things that can occur. Multiple images can occur or can be viewed. Reading becomes difficult, and also a starburst effect can be created. This starburst effect basically occurs when a person with astigmatism looks into a light, especially at night. Imagine headlights coming towards you when you're driving. Basically, a person with astigmatism the light beams extend further, and it looks more like a starburst effect. The worse your astigmatism is, the farther the light beams go out. People with astigmatism can also have myopia or hyperopia with astigmatism. For example, I am nearsighted and I have astigmatism in both eyes. I have a severe case of astigmatism, and it becomes very difficult for me to drive at night. My vision is so poor that when I even look at the letter E for an examination, I can't even clearly read it. That's how poor my vision is. Now that you are more familiar with the differences between the three most common vision problems, let's discuss how custom LASIK can correct these vision problems. With custom LASIK, the surgeons use a wavefront analyzer. It's known as a barometer, and it sends light through the eye, and it finds and indicates irregularities within a pattern. Basically, the light goes into the eye, and it sends the light back and sends information into the computer. But when the light comes back, it has a wave pattern. This indicates it has a wave pattern. It indicates different abrasions. Basically, a high abrasion, the more wave patterns, it indicates that it's a high abrasion. And the lower the wave patterns, it indicates a low abrasion. A high abrasion includes problems such as glows, halos, or night vision. And the low abrasions deal more with nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. This is extremely important to remember because with previous laser technology, they could not indicate high abrasions. People who had problems with seeing glows or halos or had problems with night vision couldn't be corrected with previous laser technology, but with custom LASIK it can. Now let's discuss how the procedure actually works. If you notice on your screen, you will see an animation that I've created. It will show you the steps that I'm about to present, but it'll put it in a way that you can actually see the surgery being performed. In step 1, the surgeon creates a split thickness layer of the cornea. This is about 1/3 the thickness of the original cornea, and basically it appears and is about the thickness of a dime, which you can see here. It is very, very thin. The second step is that a surgeon performs in the procedure is using an ultraviolet laser. This laser is basically a cold ultraviolet light that they send into the eye, and it breaks up atomic bonds within the corneal tissue. This disruption basically allows the surgeon to remove microscopic layers of the corneal tissue. This is very important because it allows them to get small, very small amounts of the corneal tissue away, which previous laser technology could not do. Now the third step is the surgeon finally repairs the cornea by replacing the flap to its original position. This flap basically works as a bandage for the eye. In conclusion, now that you are more aware of the differences between the most common vision problems, nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism, and how custom LASIK can correct these vision problems, you can make an informed decision whether the procedure is right for you. Thank you.